Alright, Miko Fanan everyone, and welcome back to another trailer reaction video. I'm actually going to do two of them. They're both on the same game, Path of Exile 2. One is, okay, this official console state of play, and then the other one is, I think it said it was like a deep dive or something into Path of Exile 2 with a console, but I would think it's very much the same on the PC. So let's go ahead and watch it. It is May 31st, 2024. Okay. I'll do it like this now. Oh, I will say, actually, I should preface something. You know, I've been looking for an ARPG, you know, that would give me back that same feeling that I had when playing first Diablo and Diablo 2, even Diablo 3 to a certain extent. You know, I warmed up to it, and there was a time when I was playing it with, you know, a small handful of friends, and it was quite fun. But anything to, you know, recapture that feeling. And then, you know, I thought I had it with Diablo 4, but I heard Diablo 4 has gotten possibly better. Sometimes I hear it's gotten worse or better, so I'm not sure which it is. But it seems like how good or bad it is depends on the season, because they're always changing stuff. But I don't know, maybe I'm not understanding it correctly. And then Last Epoch came out, and I enjoyed it for a while, but I don't know, there was just something about it that still didn't give me that same feeling. But the things I've seen with Path of Exile 2, you know, the gameplay, the way it looks, it has that gothic, dark, grim-dark fantasy, a gritty look and feel to it. The animations are really smooth, and I know there's the first one, but I just something about that one, not that I didn't like it, I just thought it was it was okay. Something I know maybe a lot of you folks watching this are going to say, well, if you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like the second. It's absolutely the same. But going by this trailer and my experiences with the first one, it's something about the second seems better to me. I can't put my finger on it, and you know, it's going to be free, so let's just go ahead and check this out now.
Ogum was once a peaceful land, but each day descends further into madness. Famine and plague besiege us.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at this.
The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. And now, they come for me.
Oh, yes, get out here!
The druid, that assassin or archer or rogue, probably rogue, yeah. The wizard or sorcerer.
I must be the one to face this nightmare.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
But I need not do it alone.
Couch co-op. I'd much rather do it online. This is so great. Wow, cross-play. So PlayStation 5, Xbox, all that can play with PlayStation, and PlayStation can play with PC, or a combination of all three. Wow. That's super cool. Path of Exile. Path of Exile 2. What? Access what? Now, you see, Late. You put this here. How are we supposed to read that? I can't read that. Late what? Okay, I can assume this is early access late. Oh, here we are. Late 2024. Okay, so this is very good. Alright, so I don't really have to pause it. What the f? This is gonna be Superman? Okay, here we are. Official console deep dive gameplay exclusive trailer. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit longer. Let's check it out. Path of Exile 2 on console, but pretty much the same on PC, I think. See, I mean, I love the look and the fine detail they put into this. It's quite good. I love being able to shoot and maneuver around. Walk backwards, forward, and shoot.
When we started working on Path of Exile 2 on console, we knew we had to do a much better job than we've done in the past. And Path of Exile 2 is a great game to do that with, because the combat is so much more visceral and action-oriented. As soon as we tried it on a controller, all of those extra features that we did to make melee combat feel so much better just really came out and felt great.
Looking forward to using WASD.
We've got a dedicated team for console now, and they were able to create a new user interface just for controller, and we're really excited to show it to you guys.
It's twin stick, so basically left stick is your movement, as you'd expect.
I'm not going to be using
and right stick is the directional control for your character.
Our mouse and
allows
keyboard.
You to do things like run backwards and stuff like that. It also overrides the auto-targeting, so it allows you to actually manually target enemies that are surrounding you, giving you much greater control. It works in combination with the keybinds, so we've got 24 keybinds that we have for the game, which sounds a bit daunting, but the way we kind of manage that is each skill that you gain is basically given a default bind, and then you can choose to override that if you want, if it's completely in the player's hands to choose whether they want to bind the actual skills.
Seems like it's closer.
You have a lot of freedom with regards to your design of your build, because that is the nature of the game, is that we need to allow that flexibility for players to create whatever they want to play.
And I could just go back to Diablo 2, but I'm kind of sick of it now.
Inventory management for console, we've basically
playing it ever since it came out
the,
and then
the whole
resurrected
menu system
again.
specifically for console. It's full screen. It provides you with a preview of your character, so you can actually see the full model of the character close up.
Oh! Yeah. Really. It is really like the best of Diablo 2 and Diablo 1 combined. I like that. And even if they took elements of Diablo 3, particularly their journal keeping and codex, they may not have it, but when you click on your journal and you read a quest log or the bestiary, to hear about a creature, it's all voice acted, and have it so that you can close down the book and continue to explore and kill, and in the voiceover will still continue, whether it's a journal or reading a profile on a creature, in the bestiary. Just being able to hear that and fight or traverse the world is very cool. That's what I liked, about Diablo 3. And hopefully they implement that. They seem to, just forget about doing that for Diablo 4, and they need to bring that back.
But functionally, we still hold fidelity with the actual PC game. So inventory management is like you can pick up an item, move it around, and place it and equip it as usual. But we also provide shortcuts.
Right.
So there's a fast way to equip, there's a fast way to use an item in your inventory.
So when we're thinking about what would be a great reason to play Path of Exile on a couch, one of the things that we knew a lot of people would really enjoy was playing with their friends in co-op. This is actually a feature that a lot of games just don't bother with anymore, but it's something that I really love personally.
Controller and on your TV in your living room, that's not how it's going to be.
You can play through the whole game from beginning to end together, enjoying the story along the way. And one of the great things is that in Path of Exile 2, we have a lot more synergy between our classes. So if you're playing something different from your friend, you'll probably find a lot of ways to work.
Okay, much like what they implemented, the synergizing thing in, there's a game that maybe some folks, or maybe a lot of folks now have forgotten about. It's called Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, the second one. First one is great too, but is the greater, but second one is also cool. They made it so that you have Marvel team-up attacks, you know, so you can synergize your attacks together. For example, Iron Man shooting at Captain America's shield, and then it splits a beam and hits multiple targets, which that got implemented in Avengers. If you watch, you know, you'll see that scene. Or how about the fastball special with Colossus and Wolverine, where Colossus throws Wolverine with his claws out like a baseball at his enemies.
Together.
So the addition of Couch Co-op was initially a bit of an experiment at first, and then we started to expand on it. We introduced like separate HUDs for each of the characters, and then once we got the camera system working with 2 characters, it really started to kind of come together and play really nicely. So then we expanded on that by providing Couch Co-op players with panel versions of the full screen menus that I've spoken about, which allowed us to have like simultaneous.
This is where it got a little confusing to me. Yeah. Path of Exile. Okay, so I'll have some things to mess around with here, but I see how it is. You know, you have your skills. What game was like this? Oh, you know, like Elder Scrolls Online, ESO, right? You have your skills, and then you have your champion points, something like that.
Play with regards to inventory management and adjusting your passive skill tree and stuff like that. It was really just an evolution of the original sort of single-player game.
Very reminiscent
that,
to
actually turned into something
Diablo 2,
pretty special.
The whole inventory, the look of it, you know, even the first one.
So logging in with Couch Co-op is pretty straightforward. Like
I'll say, you know, where's that? Can we see it? Oh shit! Where is it? Yeah. Right. But whereas in the first one, I think you didn't have so much item slots to slot gear on. I think it was simply like helmet, armor, and your weapon and shield. I don't recall if there were boots or gloves, or even belt. And then you can use, I think, rings and an amulet. And then the second one, they opened it up more to have like belt. Because I remember in the first one you have constricting ring, right? So maybe there was no amulet, but you know, the rings, they enabled you to equip more.
Simultaneous play with regards to inventory management and adjusting your passive skill tree and stuff like that. It was really just an evolution of the original sort of single-player game that actually turned into something pretty special.
Well, this is like almost like Curious Bazaar.
So logging in with Couch Co-op is pretty
one.
straightforward. Like you log in as normal with single player, and then you can choose to log in second player as a guest on that account. Or if you've got a friend who's a fan of the game as well, who also has an account, they can log in as a second player and have access to all of their content as well. So we've basically made it as flexible as possible to play any way you want to play.
But that's mostly catering to the console, right? Of course.
We're really happy with the addition of it, and it's available on console
and better experience
and on PC as well. So it's on all available platforms. I'd say it's like integral to the main game now.
Yeah, look at, they're even doing that couch
With
prep.
Path of Exile 2, we're trying to introduce the game to a much larger audience, and that means that it's really important to make sure that all our mechanics are understandable. Path of Exile's kind of got a reputation as a game of complexity, and this is something we want to make sure that we're improving while also maintaining all the depth.
Yeah, complexity doesn't even begin to describe this.
That we have. So we're making sure in PoE 2 that we've got a lot more systems around giving you more information. Our item system, for example, it's certainly an area that had some complexity to it. Well, in PoE 2, we wanted to make sure there just weren't any hidden mechanics anymore, and so we've added a help system built into every hover. You get the press of a button, you can get help about what any stat does, and we've found that that's really useful to the play experience.
Yeah, I don't think there were boots or
Path of
gloves.
Exile 2 has full cross-play and cross-progression. Cross-progression basically allows you to play your game on your PC, and then if you want to move to the couch and continue play, then you can. You can just switch on your PlayStation and continue playing.
Right? That's
it makes
cool
sense
feature,
for us
though.
to release this on PC and consoles at the same time. The models we're supporting are PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series models.
People around their office have had a huge amount of fun on the console version of PoE 2, especially with the couch co-op. We'll be having a beta on console simultaneously with PC at the end of the year, and I'm really excited to see what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to converting everyone to use a controller when they're playing Path of Exile 2.
So there's like a few games I'm excited for. I'll have to say, of course, the Wayward Realms by Once Lost Games, Path of Exile 2, of course, those two, but also a game called Avowed by Obsidian, who did such games like New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity. In fact, Avowed takes place in the same world as Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, and I think Tyranny is also their baby as well. I think they're even working on a New Vegas 2. But those really are the three that I'm super excited for. Two that are out right now that I'm pondering and excited for are Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, I think it's called. And what was that? Tainted Grail, the Fall of the Avalon, right? I think it's called. Which that one is still in early access. But so there's two out now that I would like to get. Maybe not at the same time, but and then of course, the Wayward Realms, Path of Exile 2, and then Avowed. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I just want to bring up that I did make my pledge at the adventurer level on Kickstarter for the Wayward Realm, which was $40. So if you guys want to help support that as well, go check out that trailer for yourself. Look at all the previous videos concerning the Wayward Realms, to get yourself excited for it, and you'll see why I'm excited for it, and why many others are as well. If you love Elder Scrolls game, and I think it's maybe some of the people, or at least one or two of them, I think, that worked on Diablo, or not Daggerfall. Elder Scrolls 2 is working on the Wayward Realms, so that's a good sign. So do check it out. So if you love open world RPG, you're gonna love that one. Okay. Oh, I have to stop it this way.